and she said to me, you ain't the wolf that you used to be. I'm a no wolf, but it ain't my night to howl.
Here's what happened, everybody. Last Monday was MLK Jr. Day, so the station was closed here. So we took the opportunity to hang out over it out of the blue and sketch my naked lady statue. Lola, that my lesbian friend Rachel gave me. I mean, we would have.
There's a lot of names going around.
We would have preferred a live model.
Nobody called us.
But I guess it was short notice, so we just used the statue. And I got to tell you, we learned a lot. It was an enlightening and a humbling experience for all of us, really.
It brought us together and tore us apart as well.
You guys were at it for a while too. I thought.
We
was about
gave
an hour.
ourselves
Yeah.
we gave ourselves 1 hour to sketch this all out. Let's talk about the process before we show our art.
Sure.
Chris, what was it like for you? What was it like making your drawing?
For me, it wasn't as out of nowhere. Yeah, I did a lot of sketching of like my favorite superheroes through like middle school and high school. I mean,
Yeah.
that was a while ago from this point, but I mean, at least I had I dipped my wick prior to this, you know what I mean, to some extent.
Yeah.
So I had a bit of a grasp on the anatomy aspect, but what I found challenging was the curves of Lola. She's a very curvy lady.
Yeah.
And I was used to drawing, superheroes, which have like six packs and capes, and Lola didn't have a cape, man.
So you were used to drawing dudes, and girls was different. It was a different experience.
It was
for you.
very different. Yes.
Okay. All right. Very good. How about you, Stacy DC? How did you feel while you were creating?
I hadn't drawn anything since high school, really, but I'm so competitive that, as you know, I had sort of an anxiety situation right before, worried about my performance.
I thought Chris seemed the most nervous, like
Really?
walking by.
Really?
now and then. I don't know.
Oh man.
You seemed like you were like.
But
But,
eventually,
like-
once I was into it, it felt very therapeutic, which is
That's good.
surprising because normally I spend every moment of those things just worried about how bad I'm doing.
What about you, Stacy Dunn? How did you feel?
Well, I haven't done any drawing since college. I took a drawing class. I'm bad with faces, so for me, the face was the hardest part. Everything I draw kind of looks like a cartoon. I'd be a really great cartoonist. But, so that was the thing. Like, it's never good. I never can get anything to look really realistic.
So here's the thing. We all drew the same thing, and now we want to get them judged. I figure who better than the guy that manages the art gallery across the street to decide who has created the best Lola.
We need a voice of authority on this matter.
Right, because otherwise we can't. I mean, we're not accurate reporters. We can't. Go ahead.
Well, before we go any further, I was going to ask, like, as the manager of that spot over there out of the blue, do you actually have to do that? Like, someone's like, hey, man, like, I got this rad art I want to put up, and you're like, look at it, and you're like, nah, dude, that's shit. I
He
don't want
has
to
to do that all the time.
I mean, we try to actually give as many people opportunities as possible, and we do that very little, infrequently as possible. And when before we started renting space over there, we had the whole gallery like 360 degrees curated, like with show to show to show to show, rather than like, booth to booth, and then like small section of curated art. So at that point, we were taking in anything that people were willing to pay a hanging fee for that thought, in their minds might sell or be worth showing.
Yeah.
So it was less of a submission process, more of a open, forum to show artwork. But now we only have 4 or 5 shows up at a time that are like curated versus like, having now 25 to 30 people renting space in the gallery. So now, like, some of the submissions are being rejected. We're not getting as many as we used to at the beginning when people knew we had the whole gallery curated. But
So what I'm saying,
Let's see if you would reject ours.
what I'm saying is, I feel like one of these should be able to make it into the gallery. But which one?
oh, okay.
That's where we're at. You have to. That's what I'm hoping that you do here. Is
Prepared a hanging
I'm not
fee.
saying that you have to hang any of these. I'm saying if you have to choose one, if you had to choose one to hang there, which one would it be?
Okay.
And when you pick it, just we gave you the award there.
Mm-hmm.
You're
Oh,
gonna,
don't show it to us yet.
Okay.
You're gonna
Yeah.
fill it out and you're gonna
Fill it
hand
out,
it
right.
to whoever it is that won. So let's get right to it. I'll start just with the first one
he's
that's here.
gonna know who did what. Do you think that's a problem?
No, that's not a
No,
problem.
it's not a problem at all.
No, no, have to know.
All right, Stacy, I'm gonna put this
All
here.
things considered, you know.
I'm gonna put this here so people can see it.
Well, I mean, doesn't he have to see it first?
Well, he can see it right there when
Yeah,
I put
true,
it up.
true.
When we put it up.
Yeah.
I'd like to see the actual.
I know you would.
piece.
All right, so they,
Oh, okay. All right.
so all right, so I'm showing the people first. That's Stacy's.
Man,
Stacy.
she's got a nice
Stacy
bod.
Dawn's.
Pretty
Yeah.
shady nipples there. I like that.
Captures the
Do you remember
curviness
what
for sure.
Lola looks like?
I remember. What
Yeah, I saw her. It's pretty accurate,
Yeah.
very curvy. You know, I like the sketchiness of it all.
Oh yeah, it's very sketchy.
You know.
I would
The hair
say.
is well thought out, and you know, a lot of lines in there. It's
Yeah.
always good to consider that you're, you know, getting into some
Alright, very good.
detail.
So you can look at the actual one.
Sure, sure.
Oh yeah, Stace, if you can, while I'm talking here, maybe you can, if you want to pull up Facebook or whatever, we can put up the actual picture of Lola so people can see what we were working from. Okay. In the meantime, let's see.
You all had a different perspective on the models. So
Yeah.
Lola.
Yeah.
Here is Chris's is a little bit light, but you can see Chris's here.
Mm-hmm.
This is his version of course, we're all from slightly different angles.
Right,
We're all
right.
sitting around her.
We're all sitting around Lola.
He had a nice perspective of the nipple going out like that.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
That's always.
It's
You know, I like Chris's a lot too. You know, I was watching you guys do it, and Chris did seem the most tentative and almost worried about what was going on with the whole situation. Maybe less carefree than
Yeah.
you guys. You guys seem to be more.
Well, I tell
at
you
ease
what,
with the situation.
it's a little hard to pick it
Yeah,
up from
this
here,
was-
but I'm going to show it to you in a second. But
Sure.
if you look closely here, you can see his.
Abdomen going on?
Yeah, you can see that this guy used to draw superheroes because look at that.
Yeah,
Look at-
check
look at
out
that belly.
those abs.
Yeah, it's
It
really
was
nice.
really hard for me to,
So that
to
was-
do the structure of the stomach.
Yeah, you kind of
Good
got
job,
these
Chris.
like diagonal lines. You just kind of
Well, that was hers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so
Yes, there was some sort of, you know, marks made to indicate the curve of the stomach.
There were some marks made, yes.
Right here.
all right now.
His curvature is nice though, for sure, and the hair
Yeah,
is.
very nice boobs, man.
Hair is
It's
gentle.
like you.
The nipples were taken care of, for sure.
Everybody, take a look at this one.
Nice.
This is, of course, Stacy DC's entry
Nice.
into the drawing contest. You can see again. I think what we all did was we really concentrated on those boobs.
Yeah.
I think we all
that's the truth so far.
really nailed the boobs, and then we might have had some troubles here and there otherwise.
I think we all sort of started from the base point, which was the boobs.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And you know what? I'd like to say that I think every sketch has like a different type of boob, and
Yeah.
I love every single
Great.
boob
Yeah.
that got churned down.
Right.
That is Stacy DC's
Yeah, they
entry.
look good too.
So you can
I
take a
like all of these.
closer look at that one, and then
Maybe tough decision.
oh yeah, Stace, you can show if you want to show Lola.
It's actually like an extremely seductive piece, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah, so there you go, everybody. There's
It rests on her shoulder.
Lola,
Oh yeah.
which is what we were drawing from. So there you go. That's what we were all trying. And
Stay right there by the toaster.
no, I just put her there next to the toaster to get some good lighting in the kitchen, you know. And finally, here's my entry.
Oh wow. Okay. There's some stuff going on.
Wow.
Yeah,
The
There's
hair is
some
wild.
stuff going on there.
yeah. There's some stuff going on there.
That's some abstracted boobs. The boobs are a little off-centered, but
Everything. Something went wrong, I think, while I was.
Hey man, I think those are some rockin' tits, but like, can we talk about that cleavage?
Yeah.
right. But you know what? Like, I love the legs of yours, Ken, a lot.
Very nice
actually.
legs.
You pulled that off really
The bottom
well.
half is great.
Yeah, you lost the anatomy and like
Yeah.
some of the
I got to tell you, it was.
points there a little, but
Take a closer look at it.
I
It was.
like a
It
little bit
was.
of
It
everything,
was.
though.
It was tougher than I thought, to be honest with you. I thought this was going to be easier for all of us. It turned out to be a real challenge, and it makes you realize that art. I mean, there's a lot that goes into this kind of stuff.
Those artist guys aren't fucking around.
They're really not.
That's what we're saying.
That's serious business.
It really is.
So, all right, TJ. So you've seen all 4 of them, and I know we're asking you to make a snap judgment here.
Do you feel like in your bones, it's just sort of, you kind of know?
And it's not even really about which is the most accurate. It's about really which one is is it about what's accurate or what's most
Well, you know,
artistic?
Ken, I think what somebody said to me is, I was looking at it, I remember before we started drawing, I said, hey, like, are we supposed to, because there was a couple of parts where, like, the paint chipped off and there was some cracks and stuff. I'm like, are we supposed to draw, like, all that? Or are we supposed to draw it like a woman?
As a person, right?
And I can't remember who said it, but they said, hey, man, just draw what you see.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, right? Whoa, man.
That is heavy.
Well,
Stace, can you put up the picture? Or where'd the thing go?
Just draw what you see, man. It's that simple.
It's gone. It's gone.
I know, I appreciate you guys coming in and having a good time, and that was like really important for the gallery, is for different people to come in and enjoy the
Doesn't
space.
sound
You know what I mean? Like, you guys are having fun.
This
And-
is like a if you had fun, you won situation.
Yeah, I know, that's where
You guys
that's
got
where
to
it's
make
going.
art like on a holiday, like in a kid's open craft area.
Yeah.
It was a wacky place. Like, you're all winners.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And
TJ.
honestly, I would do it again. I think it was worth it.
I think all that's
And-
great and everything, you know, that's fun, but I mean, like, really, I want to know who won.
I know, me too. But what I'm saying is,
It's hard for him to choose because they're all just.
but what I'm saying is, before he does choose, I just want to say that it was super fun to do it, and it was an honor to working with all of you. And no matter who wins, we all did our best, and that's the important thing.
That's true. We all did our best.
Yeah. And I just want to take a special
But clearly,
second.
one person did better than the rest.
I just want to say I want to take a special second and say, Ken, it was an honor sharing an eraser with you.
Thank you.
Even though you kind of hogged it for a bit, you know, it was fine. I forgive you.
If I had another hour, I still wouldn't have been able to finish, though. You know,
I
it's
think
one
you
of those
would have
things. You had to.
destroyed.
Yeah, you gotta
I
know when
can
to end.
imagine what you would have
Start
done to
over.
that face.
We were
if you
saying
had
that
more.
before we all finished. We were like, hey man, like if we have any more time, we're just gonna dig ourselves deeper and deeper into like a hole. You start questioning yourself too much
Yeah, for sure.
when you got that time limit creeping up.
All right, TJ,
Right.
I want you to be able to say what's coming up at the Out of the Blue. So let's
Right. Okay.
let's get to the art contest.
So I think like for an hour's worth of drawing and like considering you
It's
guys,
so soft right now.
I like Chris's the most.
Oh!
I just like he's taken really care with each line. I see some eraser marks and he started over and reconfigured, you know, the anatomy a little bit, and it's just the most the gentlest one. It's with like, you know, care to lines and
This is a really tender drawing, Chris.
Yeah.
and it's
Thank you.
it's tender. It is and most anatomically correct. The face is
The
probably
symmetry,
most,
like I was telling you.
The face is the most impeccable. Yeah, I mean it's.
All right, everybody. Chris.
I would say the rest are pretty much in line with each other, like, you know, a step
Thank you.
below. All right, you guys wanted it. I gave it to you.
Yeah, no, you did it.
That's.
Chris, you won, buddy. Let's
Thanks,
hear it for
man.
Chris.
Hey.
Chris Heavy Neck Cardone is the winner. You can buy that at Out of the Blue for $600.
So I feel
Yeah, you're welcome.